live chatters. Well, what is today? Today is it's Valentine's Day. Oh my goodness, happy Valentine. Yes, this is Pastor Doug with your Depression Recovery Hour every Sunday from 12 to 1 Pacific Time, United States of America. It is February 14th, 2021, and all these beautiful goldfinches are outside my window in the snow. I don't know if you've heard of it. Portland has got a big snowstorm. Central Florida, it's not snowing there. Hey, Andrea, nice to see you. Wow. Should I go ahead and kind of switch this? Yeah, I think I should in a minute. Switch this around so you can see the snow outside. I didn't fill the bird feeders up all the way, and these horrid birds are freezing. Shirley K, you're not late. I'm late. I started at 4 after. Hey, Panama, of course, Ismail Gearley. Hey, Texas Angel from Texas. Happy Valentine's Day, lovely chatter, says Richier. Brian Zimmerman, Metal Odyssey. Hey. Disappearing Space Wheel. Hello, everyone. How are you? Hello from Ukraine with the name I can't read. Sama Ismail. Hi from Denmark. Valentine's Day, named after St. Valentine. Hey, snowy Vancouver Island? Yes, exactly. Exactly. So here we go. What am I going to do here? I don't want to... This is a heavy laptop. Okay, let's see if I can... Can everybody see that it's snowing outside or there's snow outside? Pretty incredible, huh? What is that orange thing? Who knows? Anyway, there it is. Oh, it's a lamp. Yeah, there are the birds flying. It has been snowing, freezing rain, everything you'd want in Portland, Oregon. And things have been shut down since Friday. Actually, Thursday night. It's now Sunday. Friday, 72 hours we've had. And I guess, Monday afternoon is supposed to finally start being warm enough. And God, those goldfinches are cute. Yes, Cozy, thank you. Edward Steiner from Florida. David Anthony Burton from the UK. Nauman Malik, don't know where you're from. Should be warming up next week. Tony Issue, yes. Greetings from Canada. That's where the cold air came from. Pouring rain in Jacksonville. Well, thunder and rain. Hey, Moana. Smash that like button. Thank you, Disobedient Space Whale. We could use it. Hey, Doug, even Jesus himself came down and told me this depression would end. I would not believe it. Wow. TD Vids X20. This too shall pass. Robert Jenkins is in early today. Thank you for starting us off with a $20 donation. And I'm doing well, doing a lot better. I've actually been planning a vacation with my family and my best friend. Family, life is good and making it better each day. Hope you and your wife have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Cherishing my wife. That is such a good report from Robert Jenkins. Without going into any details, let's just say that many, many months ago, he was at a very low point. Family was, in conflict. I mean, all sorts of things were going on. But the second trip to the hospitalization, to the hospital, some new meds, and he's like a new man. So, Robert, say to people, there is hope. There is light. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. Hold on. Keep moving forward. Keep persevering. This too shall pass. Tell that to everybody here. We all need to hear it, including yours truly. All right. Let's see what else is going on with the live chatters here. All right. Dhruv Gautam. Hey, guys. Nice to see you. Mariano Semino. Hey, Dodd. Bless you all. Greetings from Italy. Now it's 9 p.m. Yes, 8 p.m. in the UK, 12 p.m. on the West Coast. Yes, Robert Jenkins. Yes, says Texas Angel. Happy St. Valentine. Thank you very much. Who knows can someone tell me the myth or the tale of St. Valentine? He was obviously a Christian saint. Did he get killed like all the other saints? I think he did. Someone go on Google and look up the story of him and how Valentine's Day came to be named after him and how it became to be known as a holiday of love. Lazy Eye Ranch, hey, better late than never. Connecticut DVids X20, the highest per capita income in the United States. I'm having suicidal thoughts every day, but somehow I'm hanging in there. Excellent. And by the way, just to show you, here it is. My new website, Overcoming Suicidal Pain. There is hope, there is help. So, just go to www.overcomingsuicidalpain.com and you'll get there, and you'll get some help with dealing with your suicidal thoughts, and hopefully you're also in therapy. Yes, to remind you that survivingsuicidalpain.com will also take you to the same website. So, again, this live chat is for informational, educational, and community purposes only. We are not here to diagnose, treat, or recommend any treatments for mental health disorders. Check with your nurse practitioner, your psychiatrist, psychologist, social worker, licensed professional counselor, etc. But we're here to support each other. Shirley K., I had my second COVID vaccination Friday, fever and feeling yucky yesterday, still feel yucky today. Yes, a lot of people have side effects from that. Cognitive distortions, yes, we all know about them. Does anyone here have any tips on how to get ice off a windshield? Yes. What you do is you pour warm water on the ice, not hot water. You don't want to crack your windshield, but warm water. It really, really helps. And then, of course, you use one of those scrapers. But yes, growing up in New York, I had plenty of options or opportunities to do that. All right, I saw that horrible accident in Fort Worth because of the ice, so tragic. 100 vehicles involved, my goodness. So why did you have ice in Fort Worth? Aren't you like south of the border? St. Valentine was a Roman priest. Thank you, David Anthony Burton. Now tell me the story. Why is this holiday named after him? How did it become a holiday of love? Dhruv Gautam, I understand it. Hang in there. My mom had the same symptoms, but she got better after a few days. Metal Odyssey, so much money to make for Uber in my market. On a bad note, I have 2 teeth that need to go. Sugar really is a killer. 6 weeks cigarette free after 12 years now to omit sugar. You can do anything. Thank you, Metal Odyssey. Uh-oh, do you hear that? Oh my God, Bruce Bloch. He has been so unhappy he can't go outside. He's been having a nervous breakdown. I was thinking of putting him on Zoloft. Anyway, you didn't hear it, Bruce, I did. Chris Boswell, I was put on propranolol, a beta block for anxiety as I'm coming off lorazepam. Bad side effects causing diarrhea and feeling more depressed. What else can I take for anxiety? I don't know, but my propranolol is really helping my nephew and many other people. You should talk to your doctor about the dose, or, like you say, what else can you take? Sasha Maeva, thank you very much. Your videos are helpful, probably from India. Patrick Coleman, my nephew. Hey, Tilray, we didn't get burned on a marijuana stock. It went up like, 200%, and then it crashed. It's still 40% higher, but yes, Patrick and I have been enjoying our investment opportunities, enjoying the stream. How are the roads in Portland? I don't know. I've been afraid to drive on them. Probably pretty bad. Yes, Anthony Nelson has been here in a while. Hi from Idaho. Nice to see you, Roy Hoffman. Evan Way, I'll be needing other surgery, but I need to get mentally and physically stronger. Wow. Physical health problems and mental health problems. Hell on wheels, as I said in one of my videos. Shirley K., I'm not going to be too talkative today. Yes, you're not feeling well. Just want to be here and not miss anything. Nice of you to be a loyal live chatter. You know what I did? I sent a text to Kyle Bailey, K-I-B Bailey, who used to be a regular live chatter. He's now got a job working for Infinity Car Company in Atlanta, which probably takes up his weekends because that's when a lot of people make car sales. But he was the person who encouraged me to take this book, if I can find it, somewhere here. Got to be more organized, Doug. Anyway, it's When Going Through Hell Don't Stop. Why can't I find that? Oh, I can't find it. Anyway, When Going Through Hell Don't Stop, my book, my memoir of overcoming depression, we made it into a audiobook. It's going to be published on audible.com, but I'm making it free for YouTube folks. We're on episode 11, just posted yesterday, Saturday, overcoming the stigma of depression. So, who here can talk about stigma, about depression, mental health disorders? You know, they sent that poor Capitol Police guy back to work too soon, and he killed himself on the way there. He was so traumatized by the insurrection at the White House. And 10 pounds, probably from Jason. Thank you, Jason. You're a loyal fan, and we need a joke from you. Really, that would be helpful. Thank you for your contribution. Remember, this station is supported by love offerings like you. This is like a television ministry, right? But I'm not going to be like Oral Roberts and say, if you don't give me money, I'm going to die, which is what he said. I'll just say if you're not going to give me money, I can't pay my my videographer. Strawberry, haven't seen you before. Sandra Peen Hero, good night from Portugal. All right. I hear they've legalized drugs and things are going much better. We just passed a law in Oregon to legalize substances, and as I think Seattle has done. St. Anthony had his head cut off. Yes, I thought so, by Emperor Claudius in the year 269. He was executed for refusing to deny Christ. Wow. But again, how did this name get named after him? I knew he was a martyr like the early Christians were. Roy Hoffman, I found you this week and you've been very helpful. Thank you, Roy. What videos have you watched? Anybody, you hit the $sign, super chat, contribute money to this channel. Tony Golia, hey, it's been a while. I don't know if you remember me, but I got a new therapist since last time and things are looking up. Also bought your book on Amazon. Are you referring to this book, Healing from Depression, 12 Weeks to a Better Mood? Everything I know about depression is in this book, and I think you'll enjoy it. And again, I can't find my one going to Hell Don't Stop. Ah, it's so horrible. Oh, by the way, my book, Words That Heal, I'm making an audiobook out of it, and I'm going to be posting meditations once a week for you guys that you're really, really going to enjoy. I'm taking all of my books and making them into audiobooks and making them free for you guys on YouTube. So you have a lot to look forward to. Menelazi, a little something, having great weeks. Good for you. Good for you. I'm glad things are... See, you just have to hold on, guys. You just have to know that even... are you a Nietzsche fan? What doesn't kill me makes me stronger. Yeah, and that one. Edward Steiner, a weasel walks into a bar. The bartender says, wow, I've never served a weasel before. What will you have? Pop, goes the weasel. How did I know that was coming? Thank you for your generous donation and your great joke. Okay. Listen up, as my gym teacher used to say. Listen up, guys. Listen up. So, it was miserable on Friday, and we had a new gas furnace installed because the other one conked out and was, like 35 degrees in the living room. And poor Bruce was running around, meow, meow, meow. And, one of the technicians said, why don't you let the cat out? He obviously wants to go out. I said, well, the cat's afraid to go out. And the technician said, why? And I said, because he's a pussy. There you have it. My spontaneous joke of the week. Bruce would not go out into the cold. Thank you, Texas Angel, for $1.99. Every cent helps. Yes, Bruce would not go outside into the snow because he was a pussy. Speaking of stigma, I must have judged myself to a degree. I told 4 closest friends about depression. Guess what? To my surprise, they unfazed them and they loved me just as much. Good for you, Jerry Murray. We got to come out. Say it loud. I'm depressed and I'm proud. Remember James Brown? Hey, Beth Miller, how's it going? Yes. 2 guys were found at the bottom of a cliff with a parrot in each hand. They were trying bungee jumping. Oh my God. Jason Clulo. Wow. Thanks for the support, Doc. No problem. If two vegans are arguing, do they still have a beef with each other? That is good, Rich Smith. I'm going to go ahead and copy that one. Drew Gautam, I've been in therapy and also on medication for the past 7 years, but still have suicidal thoughts. Still haven't stopped. It's just too painful to be honest. I'm still trying not to lose hope. No, you cannot lose hope, Drew. Again, I want you to go to my website right here. And you see this little thing here? It says, what? I can't. This is what happens when, there it is. Reasons for Hope. Yeah, over there somewhere. There it is. Yeah, Reasons for Hope. Click on that link. Click on that link on my website, and you'll find lots of reasons why you can keep on hoping and reclaim your hope. OvercomingSuicidalPain.com. We're not having a lot of people go. It's just a very young website. Any of you who go and let people know about it, I'd really appreciate it. Rich Smith, great joke. Great joke about the vegans. Thank you. Hey, Bruce. You were so funny. Love the jokes. Thank you. Well, that was a spontaneous joke. Thank you. Just we tried to help. Bless him. Tried to help what? Bless him. I mean, you tried to help. Bless who? David Anthony Burton, St. Valentine's is patron saint of lovers, epileptics, and beekeepers. And who basically made that, assigned that patron sainty? Probably the church. Meow. Yeah, that's Bruce. The martyrdom is honored by the Catholic Church with the celebration of St. Valentine's Day. Wow. Disobedient Spaceway, good one. I like your 20% off discount card joke. It got skipped over, but I laughed. Okay, Disobedient, we're going to find that joke. Oh, stories are always complicated. St. Valentine was thrown in prison for pouring marriages when they were against the law. Wow. Well, he's immortal, whatever it is. Okay, who made the joke that we missed? Darn. Can you repeat it again? Disobedient State. Did you hear about the mathematician who's afraid of negative numbers? He stops at nothing to avoid them. I'm a mathematician. Thank you, Disobedient Space Whale. That was absolutely phenomenal. Okay, and of course, as a math teacher for 40 years, what is my favorite dessert? What do you think? Should I type it? I'll type in my favorite dessert. It's coming right here. Ready? There it is. Pi, 3.14159, etc., an irrational number. When you argue with it, it just doesn't make sense. Okay, what else? Who invented the round table? Was it Sir Gawain, Sir Arthur, Sir Lancelot? No, it was Circumference. Okay, that's who invented the round table. Circumference, Circumference. It was Circumference who invented the round table. And why is the math book really depressed? It has too many problems. All right, so that's it for my math jokes. Let's go back to something serious. DT Vids 20, it can last a long time, but doesn't mean your life is ruined. Mine usually lasts about 5 years, but I get used to it. I'm not quite sure what you're referring to, but I think TT Vids 20 is quite young. Yeah, Disobedient Space Whale. Warm water for the ice. What could possibly be wrong with being gay? Nothing as far as I know. Is being gay fine? Well, maybe in your culture it isn't, but in America, gay people can marry. And, Pete Buttigieg, whatever his name is, who ran for president, who's now the head of the Department of Transportation, who's brilliant, from Harvard, he's gay. I always tell myself, like you say, this too shall pass. Absolutely. And not only that, bless Julie Hayes, from the ashes you shall rise. Resurrection is the name of the game, speaking of the church. Yeah. You know how many times I've come back from the dead? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. While in prison, St. Valentine's healed the jailer's daughter who was blind. He later sent her a nice note signed, Your Valentine. That's the tradition of sending Valentines. Wow, Lori Buckman, thank you. Very cool. How do you deal with BPD when you love someone? Is it the BPD of them? Is that borderline personality disorder or bipolar disorder? They stand for the same thing. Probably they have borderline personality disorder or patience. Hi, Doug. It's me, Jessica, the one who asks you incessant questions on your YouTube comment section. Happy Valentine's. Well, great. Happy Valentine's to you. Ask me all the questions you want. I answer every one of them. It's hard to make life being gay. Well, are you facing discrimination in the Middle East, which I assume you're from? Muhammad Asrat, so sorry, Douglas. I want to contribute $20 each week, but neither Super Chat nor Patreon available in Gaza. Hey, but don't worry about that, Muhammad. You know what you can do? PayPal is available all over the world. Good old Elon Musk, even though Tesla is overpriced. Okay, PayPal to send money for free. Okay, Mohammed, just go to paypal.com, sign up an account for free, attach it to one of your checking accounts or bank accounts, and off you go. You can send anybody money, no charge. And in terms of my PayPal address, it's simply www. What am I talking about? DouglasBloch@gmail.com is my PayPal address. So yeah, no. It doesn't matter if you're in the middle of the desert. As long as you have an internet connection, you can sign up for PayPal and send and receive money all over the world. Isn't that wonderful? Good old Elon Musk was in charge of that, or started that. So Mohammed Al-Sanat, you can send money to me or anybody else. I have a really bad hip. I have to get up every now because it's in pain. Ali, where do you live? That's a good question. Dawn Reese having horrible anxiety coming off Rexulti. Anyone have to share? Anyone have anything to share? Well, there's an article in the New York Times that I did a video about called "How to Come Off Antidepressants Very Slowly." That's the key. So talk to your doctor. Celexa. I know that Lazy Eye Ranch had a really bad time coming off Celexa. So, yeah, how to reach out to you? Just email me, douglasbloch@gmail.com. And Texas Angel is an angel. She's giving out my PayPal address. Except the message got retracted. Anyway, it's douglasbloch@gmail.com. We have 86 people. Wow, on St. Valentine's Day. Let's get up to 100, shall we? Hit that like button. It's 12:26, 26 minutes after the hour. And let's get some more people on here because we are doing a good thing. Whoops, system preferences. We don't want to hit that. Edward Steiner, you didn't give another $20, did you? No, same one. Thanks. All right, so there it is, douglasbloch@gmail.com, PayPal. Thank you, Texas Angel. Beatrice, hi Douglas, I'm 24, I'm experiencing my worst depressive episode yet. Yeah, join the club, right? I had my worst when I was 25. Not to mention anxiety that led me to also have harm OCD. Wow, it's torture. Your videos are helping me. Thank you. You're welcome, Beatrice, and I also hope you are under good mental health care. Oh, Drama of the Gifted Child. It's an amazing book by Alice. What's her name? Alice Miller. Peter Shields. Drew, it's just what I believe. I have to be true to my beliefs. It's helped me. Yes. What is treats MDD? I missed all. How safe is PP? And I don't know what PP is. Can you recommend any books regarding the inner child? Yes. Homecoming by John Bradshaw. That is the book. Rexulti is an antipsychotic. Huh. Really? I thought people took it for depression. Maybe both. Anyway, any medication to come off should be done very slowly. But anyway, always check with your prescriber. St. Valentine, charged with ensuring the sweetness of honey and the protection of beekeepers. Wow, St. Valentine's Day was a Renaissance man. Jack of all trades, master of none. All right. Yasmina B, I love your name. Yes, discovered you yesterday. Well, join the club. Thanks for being here. CG, again, just email me. Is it possible to beat depression and anxiety without medication? Lucy Chavez, I did it in my major episode in 96, 97 through prayer. I did it earlier in 1982, 83 through going back to school. So it's been my experience, but everybody's different. The question is, are you under a good mental health care? Are you seeing a therapist? Are you seeing a prescriber? And if you want to go off without medication or treat it without medication, it's up to you and your counselor. In the meantime, I do have a chart that can be used by anybody. And am I missing that here? At least I got this. Self-care activities to improve your mood. If you go ahead and you email me, douglasbloch@gmail.com, I will send you your free copy. On the other side is boost your psychological immune system. These are self-care activities that will help anybody improve their mood, whether they're depressed or not depressed. It's all-purpose wellness chart. It's a chart about wellness. So you're depressed, you try these things out, they don't work, then maybe it's time to think about medication. Always, do everything under the care of a therapist. But some people can treat anxiety and depression if it's mild, but oftentimes you need medication. I needed ECT. Yeah. Do I know anything, Jessica, about MSTEM or Caplyta? Absolutely not. So Lucy Chavez, I hope that I answered your question. It depends on the person, depends on how serious things are. But whatever you're going through, 87, we still need 3 more to get up to 90. Come on, hit that like button, guys. Whether it's mild or serious depression, you should always be under the care of a mental health professional. Royston Tilks, hey, hope you're doing well. Also, Happy Valentine's Day to everyone here. Sending good vibes. Thank you, Royston. Don't suffer in silence. You deserve to be happy, loved. Yes. If you feel you're being, gay is you're not being accepted, talk to someone you can you trust. Well said, Terry Merritt. Terry Murray, of course, I don't know what he said. Oh, yeah, very well said about Ali. Yeah, don't suffer in silence. Jim Wallace, Mr. Graphic, you've seen many of my videos. Great. Simon, you're having heart surgery on the 23rd. Wow, you're young. What's going on? And by the way, one of my group members had open heart surgery. He came out of it just perfectly. Did ECT work for you? I have RTMS, but didn't work, not work a long time. Yes, it did work for me and my mother. Nothing is foolproof. Talk to your doctor, but it probably saved my life. Does depression cause nerve attacks in the body, CG? Well, it causes a lot of symptoms that have no physical cause. If you're having that, go to a neurologist. Rule out medical causes. What is ECT? Electroconvulsive therapy. They induce a grand mal seizure in the brain, epileptic seizure, which somehow, and for many people, reboots the brain chemistry. What's the best thing about Switzerland? I don't know, but the flag is a big plus. Yes, David Anthony Burton, Jason Clue has said that many times. I still like it. Tony Issue, can you and VC exchange email addresses? You can help each other, right? That's a good idea. Or send your email address to me. I actually have your email address. Simon, do you want me to send it to the email keeper of the lists, Padar Shields? Wow, nice and warm in Southern California. Well, it should be. Keep up the good work, says Noot. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm very cute. Wow. Well, I have to tell you that I was so scared of women in high school and never went on a date. So, it took me a while to get over that. Thank you for the compliment. Lazy Eye Ranch. Yeah. It's warm in Southern California. Absolutely. Unlike Portland. All right. Any other questions? Yeah, Tony Issue, what's causing you to have heart surgery? That would be really, really good to know so we could pray for you. And speaking of prayer, I've said it once, are you a follower of Ramana Maharshi? Not a follower, but I've seen videos about him and have one of his books. He's a great Indian saint. Where do you get ECG done? At a hospital usually, or at an outpatient clinic by a medical doctor. All right, so what was I going to do? I was going to tell you guys 86 still. We're stuck at 86. Let's get up to 90. Come on, don't you want an A? Okay, 1-816-969-2000. Please call this number. Anybody who's feeling in despair or wants some mental health support. You will get the most beautiful prayer treatment. And they will keep you in the light, in their prayer chapel, which I've been to, for 30 days. So call up Silent Unity and you will get a lot of support. Hey Douglas, I know a career choice that might take me out of a severe depression. Everyone heals different, I suppose. Yes. Yes, I went to the West Coast to become a math teacher. That helped me a big deal. I looked to you and I found you because of my anxiety, which has lasted every day for 13 years. You're an inspiration, man. Keep doing what you're doing. No Vaseline. I'm sorry you've been dealing with it for 13 years, but guess what? I have a really good video I'm proud of, especially since I stole it from a book. Although I give complete credit. Okay, here it is. How to rewire. You will learn so much about anxiety if you go to this video. Your ANXIOUS brain. My video. So put that in the search bar and you will get a lot of good tips about dealing with anxiety. And of course, like I say, everybody else, I hope you are seeing a good psychologist or therapist who specializes in the treatment of anxiety. You've only dated one girl in your life? Wow, I don't feel so bad. I must have dated somebody. I'm married to Joan. Vince, please get Tony's email address. He needs your advice and support. Well, I have it, Vince. If you write to me, I'll give it to you. Only if Tony, of course, gives me permission. How can I cope with OCD? I want to live free, but it's impossible. Do you have any coping strategies? Yes, I have a couple of videos. One is called How to How to Stop Obsessive and Obsessive Thoughts, and Intrusive and Obsessive Thoughts. And also there's a book. You should go look up on Amazon. It's called Brain Lock. We're down to 82. We should be gaining people, don't you think, by now? And a donation would also be very helpful. GEFFREYSCHWARTZ for healing OCD. OCD. Okay, so the person who asked me about OCD, that book is very, very helpful, very well regarded in the field, Brain Lock. And I have 2 videos. Thank you, Samara Halabi. Let's not forget to hit the like button. So yeah, go ahead and look up that book. And there are 2 videos I have. One is called How to Get Free of OCD, and the other is called How to Stop Intrusive and Obsessive Thoughts. So Harry, check those out. Even though I'm 19 and been in the depths of career, I still remember what it's like to be happy. Night and day difference. Absolutely, DT. But your whole life is ahead of you, man. Oh my God. I was 19 in 1968. Would I give anything to be back at 19 again? Evelyn May, thank you. I'm glad the videos have been helpful. You're having a suicidal ideation a lot lately? Says Marty. Well, thanks for all you do. Thank you, Mr. Graphic. So here's the website. HTTPS. I know it's a kind of a long name, but overcoming suicidal pain.com. And again, here is what this is the home page. Here's what the home page will look like of the website. Right here you see overcoming suicidal pain up there. You've got these beautiful image links. You've got drop-down menus. This is the result of 3 years of research. And of course, my own experience of being suicidal and having other friends and people who used to be in my support group suffering with suicide. It's a very, very hellish state. I can't think of anything more difficult than getting out of a suicidal episode. I mean, being in a prison war camp is, I say the same thing, except the concentration camp is right here in your brain, right? Or the prison war camp. It's really tough. All right. So once you go to that site, who the person is struggling with suicidal thoughts, thank you for the $6.99 donation. And that is Lagai. Thank you. You left out the apostrophe, but don't worry about it. Thank you for the thought. Lagai is a good buddy of mine, or good gal buddy of mine from Alberta, Canada, and has recently moved and has essentially downsized. And here is Leah Benetti, my favorite Italian name. Got approved for Social Security disability? Oh my God. That's why, related to this chapter of your book, now trying to establish a new identity, redefining steps over 20 years of teaching. After good work, Leah. Wow. So you're getting a stipend every month, and you can work and make up to $1,100 or $1,200 and still keep your benefits. Hopefully you've got a good person to talk to. And was your disability based on psychiatric issues or physical? You can get it for either one. Anyway, I'm glad you've got it. 75 people, we're actually losing numbers. Well, we need to basically hit the like button more, and maybe I need to tell some more jokes. Why did the architect quit his career? Let's try it again. Why did the architect, let's try it a third time. Why did the archaeologist quit his job? There, we got it. His career was in ruins. And why did the banker quit his job? He lost interest. All right. So, says Marty, did you see that website I just showed you, the one I created? And there's also lots of good information on the internet about overcoming suicidal thoughts. Can the brain heal itself? Absolutely. Matter of fact, whoops, as I kick the stand and make you guys do it again. Okay, Doug. This is an iconic book about brain science. It's called The Brain That Changes Itself. This is all about self-healing in the brain. It's very thick, it's very dense, it's very technical, but this is it, right here. Danielle, having panic attacks. What's going on, gal? I thought you were having a nice job and happy in your work. Uh, what's behind it? Do you know? And with panic attacks, you don't want to get panicky about the panic attacks. You just want to tell yourself, it's okay. I'll get through this. Take some deep breaths. I have a video on it. There's lots of information about panic attacks, and if they continue, definitely get yourself to a good psychologist or doctor. You might want to check out a broadcast called StreamYard for both Mac and Win that will help you insert graphics, other live guests, and more. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. I'm going to give that to my videographer. StreamYard, I kind of like it. The square fabric in the background CM is a flag representing the diverse Indian tribes of the country of Bolivia in South America, given to me by my consultant collaborator, Amy Samara, when she was down in Bolivia. Speaking of which, we might be working on a documentary about suicide prevention. Wouldn't that be exciting? I've always wanted to make a documentary. Seems really difficult, but anyone ever worked on a documentary before? I love watching them. Oh yes, I got to the point where the stress of teaching caused me to almost have a nervous breakdown as well as physical pain. Luckily, I knew enough to get a leave of absence, but couldn't go back. Well, the stress of teaching math did the same thing for me. I had to drop out. Rick M., I lost my mom to suicide and have been depressed for a year and a half. I'm seeing a grief counselor. Will I ever be the same? You will. Rick M., you must go to this website started by a suicide loss survivor and a saint, Ronnie Walker. You must go here to this website. And I'll print it out and have a picture of the front page. Alliance of Hope. This is a website where you can get support, you can get validation, you can be with people who have been through what you're going through. Please go to allianceofhope.org. I know the women who run it, a mother and daughter, they're amazing individuals. They are just what we call in Buddhism bodhisattvas. So please go. IDK, why do I still ruminate while I'm trying to distract myself? Well, the mind is, that chattering is hard to stop it. Lots of techniques, mindfulness meditation, watch the thoughts go by, like leaves going down the stream or clouds passing overhead. There are some medications for it. And Rick M., go to that website. I want you to go to it now and then report back to me before we end this live chat in 17 minutes. I want to know that you found it. Please go. It's 500,000 people a day. Because for everybody who dies by suicide, there are dozens, sometimes hundreds of people who are affected by it and who are traumatized by it. And one thing about if you're a suicide loss survivor that is different than if you lose your loved one to cancer or to heart disease, you don't say to yourself, gee, why didn't I see the cancer coming? I could have prevented it. No, people don't say that. Why didn't I see the kidney disease coming? Why didn't I see the diabetes coming? But when a person dies by suicide, the survivor will say, well, I didn't see the signs. But sometimes there weren't any. Sometimes the person just kept everything to themselves. And it's very tough. And it takes a long time. You will be the same. You can get better. I want to stress this to the man who lost his mom, Rick. When people get to that website, Alliance of Hope, they think they'll never get better, ever, and they do get better. Just like people who have nervous breakdowns like me or hospitalized like me think we'll never get better, and I have gotten better, and so have tens of millions of people. So, again, I don't want to, I'm going to do it again. I am going to put that website on again. It is so important. Anybody who has lost a loved one to suicide, please go to Alliance of Hope. You will be so glad you did. These people are absolutely incredible, and the service they provide for survivors. So there it is again. Beth Miller, I'm about 30 miles west of Palm Springs, up on a mountain in the middle of nowhere, not too far from Idlewild, a cool resort town. Yes, and Beth Miller lives in the LA area. Yeah, Rick M. again, very sorry. Condolences. I lost my roommate and my therapist to suicide, and I'm also going to be doing a blog, an article for Alliance of Hope on my experience of losing my therapist. Could you please talk about the rebirth of a person after a mental breakdown? Absolutely, Azid. This is it. Yuzzy, this is it. From the Ashes I Rise. In 1983, I was living with my parents. I could hardly function. I had just come out of the hospital. I was lost, and within 3 months, I was back in Oregon, met my future wife, Joan, was working, writing my first book, and about a year later, I bought a house and got married. All this happened to me within the space of 9 months. So yes, I'll give you my personal experience, and there are a lot more that I've seen. So yes, rebirth, that's exactly what it is. The phoenix. What goes down must come up. Candle gassing to calm the mind, says Jason. I don't know what candle gassing is. Rick Douglas, traumatizing sorrow for you both. Well, again, Alliance of Hope. The water is coming up higher and higher, Shirley. Is that because of the rain flooding the rivers? What do you do when you've told everybody you're suicidal and no one cares? Rachel, is that really true? Well, sometimes your family aren't the best people to support you, right? I mean, my family didn't understand my depression. So you called the National Suicide Prevention Helpline, right? 1-800-273-8255, right? Or even better yet, you go to the crisis text line. They get back to you instantly. What you do is you text home to 741. Okay, the crisis text line and the National Suicide Prevention Helpline. Reach out to them, Rachel. There is support. You lost your psychiatrist suicide too. Wow. You know, it's very, very common, more common in the medical profession than other professions. Why? Because they take on all this stress and they have access to means with all the drugs they've got. I've got an idea for a future. Well, come on, Danielle, Keisha. That happens all the time. Doctors, physicians, you know, psychiatrists. Look at all the nurses and doctors who have died by suicide during COVID. There's many articles written about that. So it's stressful and taking on all those problems. So yeah, unfortunately, Danielle, it does happen. Leah Benetti, my favorite Italian woman. I have an idea for a future video based on something you mentioned in the book. Why do so many medical doctors ignore physical symptoms when they know someone has depression and anxiety? Well, they ignore the physical symptoms because they can't find any proof for them, but they shouldn't ignore the mental symptoms. Those are the dangerous ones. You're welcome, Rachel. You've been going homeless? Wow. Rachel, I'm going to pray for you. Okay. So this is what I also want you to do, Rachel. I want you to call Silent Unity. I gave the number 4, but I'm going to give it again, okay? And here we go. I want you to call them today, okay? Just like I want Rick to go to Alliance of Hope. 1-800-969-2000. Okay? It's for free. Mental health sliding scale is 80. That's why Americans suffer. Yeah, well, it's expensive to get mental health treatment in America. You're absolutely right. And it shouldn't be. Hey, Manny Omega, nice to see you in the last 10 minutes of this live chat. And speaking of which, we could use another donation. We're a little sparse today. And, you know, America has no social safety net. Well, it does, Barrett. It has Medicaid. You know, when people are poor and they have less than $2,000, and right now we're going to have a COVID relief bill. But there is a social safety net, but it has been decimated over the last 40 years. I'm going to get political now ever since Reagan came in. Honestly, I've been having a couple of weeks just feeling blah. Then it went like, I told myself, you just found your stolen car to be grateful. Sometimes it's good to be a little rough on yourself. Yeah. Very little social safety net. Well, you're right. It used to be a lot better when I was growing up. Can you please define depression in as few words as possible? The inability to experience pleasure. How's that? Start speeding, $2.99 in pounds. Thank you very much. Yes, I agree. Yes, thank you. I don't know where you live, Barrett, but and how old you are, but I've seen it happen. Always love yourself. And now I imagine the younger me, and I tell him, "Are you being fair to him?" Very nice, self-nurturing mental honesty. I'm impressed. Feeling dizzy when sleeping is normal in anxiety. Anxiety has all sorts of symptoms, including dizziness. Talk to your doctor. Wow. Yes, mental honesty found this card. That's amazing. Happy Valentine's Day, BC, and happy Valentine's Day to all you guys. Love others, love yourself. Love your neighbor as yourself. Thank you for that Valentine's Day message, Mental Honesty. Anyway, Brett, how is my definition of depression, right? Someone said, a physiological disorder of the brain marked by the inability to enjoy sunsets. Another depression. Definition, but not quite as succinct as mine. You're half Norwegian, so I know how things can be better in other countries. Absolutely. The Scandinavians, they pay a lot of taxes, but they do have good safety nets. Manny Mega, $5. We're all going to make it, bras. Thank you, Manny. I love your beret. Got a detailed, working to pay off this baby girl and on to building wealth. Well, good for you. Good optimism. All right. Well, I think we only have, we're not going to have our normal 90 to 100 people. I don't know why. Maybe people are snowed in. But that's only in Portland, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. But hey, one person coming is a good thing. Joy and humor go first, says Terry Mary. They do. I love your comment about how long mental hospitals took people, 1 to 6 months. Oh, you're talking about in my, yes. So overcoming the stigma of depression is the chapter that I have serialized today. We are now on the 11th episode of When Going Through Hell Don't Stop. We have 5 more. And I'm going to, because I don't have a microphone here, I'm going to go in my closet and show you the book. And I'm going to put links on all those episodes so you can order from Amazon. The Kindle book is only $5.99. Here we go. Before I show you my book, this is Ramana Maharshi. Look at those eyes. Look at that face. Is that not filled with compassion? A great, great Indian saint. You should all read about him. Look at the eyes, really. And here is the book that is being, every week you get a different episode. When Going Through Hell Don't Stop, A Survivor's Guide to Overcoming Anxiety and Clinical Depression. And those of you who studied art history, what is the name of that painting on the screen and who wrote it? If you answer that question, who painted? If you answer that question correctly, I'll send you a free chart of self-care activities to improve your mood. So, be good to know that. And I can't roll this thing back on. $9.99. Love you, Douglas. You're doing God's work. To everyone, I love you. It gets better. I absolutely promise it does. Mental Honesty, you have been a blessing on today's live chat with your positive comments, your inspiration, your encouragement. Yes, you can. Sent letters to apology to the people I heard. They all said they didn't even remember how awful I was to them. Yeah, absolutely. The Scream, very, very good, by Edward Monk. Beth Miller, you get the prize. You know my email address. I probably already have sent you that chart. Yes. What a great painter he was, and also melancholy. Yeah. So I'll show you something else he did. Yes, it's a Lunar New Year. Thank you for remembering me, the Chinese Lunar New Year. All right, let's go back over here. 5 more minutes. Now if I can only find the diagram. I don't know what page the diagrams are on, so. Here's a great, by the great Dürer, Albert Dürer, Melancholia. Look at that picture right there. This book has all sorts of really cool paintings. I studied art history when I was in college, and I remember these photos. I'm going to find the Edward Munch picture, or I hope I can. I'll have it for you next time. There's the screen. There it is, right there. Let me see. There it is, right there. Can you see that picture? Melancholy by Edward Bloch, the same guy who did the screen. That was a friend of his sitting by the lake after romance had broken up. What a great picture. The color version is even better. Oh my goodness. I really envy and love artists. I guess I'm an artist myself. Kiara, I love that name. KaraLee@gmail.com. And you basically putting it up there so you can be on the email list that Pedar Shields is doing. JJ Johansson, I love your name. I've been experiencing severe depression, coupled with bouts of anxiety. Your videos and advice have been a lifesaver. Thank you, Douglas. You are more than welcome. You got a lot of donations today? Well, yeah. And what is here? Anybody else have any comments or donations? Beth Miller, and you are essentially giving your email address out for Pedar Shields. Where are you? Have you left already? He's collecting the emails. Do you think Edward Monk felt better after he did the smile? Did he do the smile, or is that a joke? I'm not quite sure. I studied Edward Monk. I never heard of tips on disconnecting from narcissist. Well, simply go to your porch and just basically throw the circuit breaker. Anxiety is hell, and so is depression. I don't know. I've never had to disconnect from a narcissist, but I'm assuming just detach and avoid. Yeah. Harry Toll, it helps. Humor helps. Can you repeat your definition of a hero from your book? Yes. Someone who, well, why shouldn't I read it? Peter's at work. Manson X, I stream every Sunday at noon Pacific time. Okay, Christopher Reeve was a great actor, played Superman, and in a writing accident he broke his back, and he was for years trying to help people who were in paralysis, and he was what is going on here? Oh, because I did a different book this time. I think this is on. Yeah, I'm trying to find the quote. I can kind of give it to you, but it's on chapter 7 about. Oh, I see what it is. It's my second part of my book, right? It's been 22 years since I've written this thing. Oh, you know what? I don't have healing from depression. It's not in this book, so I'll remember it. He said, a hero is someone who continues and perseveres in the face of overwhelming obstacles. That's what Christopher Reeve said a hero was. Someone who perseveres in the face of overwhelming obstacles. That's his definition of a hero, and he's absolutely right. All right. Love you too. You mentioned in your book this week. Yes, I did. I certainly did. And this is an earlier version. This is my memoir. I should have a copy of Healing for Depression right next to myself. How does a picture about celebrating spirit through service come? Where does it come from? A great organization in California called SEVA, which means service in Sanskrit. They've been around for years. What they did is a very interesting story. I know it's 1 o'clock, but I want to tell this story. A guy named Larry Brilliant. How's that for a name? A great doctor with the World Health Organization came up with a program where they eradicated smallpox throughout the world. He did that. He said, well, what can I perform for an encore? He said, how about eradicating blindness in Nepal? Where the Himalaya mountains are, right? Well, it turned out that blindness is caused by cataracts untreated, but it only costs $5. $5 in American money. This is back in '86 to perform a cataract surgery. So he started this organization called SEVA, where they collected all this money, including mine, and they sent it over to Nepal, and they gave people free cataract surgeries and helped tens, thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of people avoid blindness. Now, how is that? What an amazing! Why did that guy not get the Nobel Prize? So, that's what that organization is. It still exists, and also, if you want to look it up and you want to give them some money or learn about them, it's called SEVA. It's a nonprofit organization. They're amazing, and that's where that picture came from. All right, you guys have been talking amongst yourselves. Kevin Wilson, nice to hear from you. Yes, I think people, yes, I completely agree with the idea of the shadow, Yazid. I've studied it. There's a great book by Robert Johnson called Owning Your Own Shadow. Manson X, I am no longer, I survived. I'm not quite sure what that means. I found your videos when I was homeless. Oh, wow. And you're no longer homeless in your survival. Good for you. Excellent. I always like to hear about success stories. And so it's not Richard Foster, David Anthony. It's from that organization. So, hero is someone who perseveres in spite of overwhelming obstacles. Well, you guys have been great. We haven't quite had 90 of you, but the 80 of you who have been here have been wonderful. And what else can I say? Keep the faith. Look at all the wonderful success stories we had from Robert Jenkins, from Manson, and one other person. Leah Benetti got her Social Security approved. Thoughts on psychedelic research? Hey, we just approved psychedelic treatment for depression and anxiety here in Oregon. Positive. How to Control and Apologize OCD Compulsion. Read a book called Brain Lock by Jeffrey Schwartz. And yeah, you guys continue to talk for 10 minutes. I am really hungry. I didn't have breakfast. So next week, February 21st, is where we're going to be happening here, but we're going to be celebrating my birthday. So I want you guys to go ahead and think of some cool birthday gifts for me. It's February 21st. Will be 2021. I will be celebrating my 72nd birthday. God, is that depressing. I just remember talking to that 19-year-old here. You know, it's a dream, everybody. Life goes by so quickly. So you know what? You got to enjoy yourself as much as you can. Of course, if you're depressed, by definition, you can't enjoy yourself. But when you get out of it for, even a day or 2 days or 6 months, enjoy every positive moment you have. Appreciate it, because it's not going to last forever, and we're not going to last forever. So looking forward to my birthday celebration on live chat. Next Saturday, I'll be releasing my 12th episode of my book called God is My Antidepressant. Isn't that a great title for a chapter? And I'm doing 2 more videos, recordings next week, so you'll have 2 more real videos. One is called How to Cope with the Loss of a Pet, and the other is called it's about overcoming nightmares if you suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder. Beautiful ideas. There's so much good out there in terms of treatments. I like to tell my former group members, there's never been a better time to be mentally ill than in 2021. And did I miss your reply about the difficulty of getting off Abilify? I didn't reply to it. I didn't see it, Dawn, but it is difficult to get off. Antipsychotics, antidepressants are all difficult. Yes, you can get put on the email list. Kiara, put out your email address right now, and I will send it to Paid Our Shields, okay? So put your email address here, and maybe you already did it. But if you didn't, okay, so here's even a better idea, because I don't know how long I'm going to have access to this. So, Kiara, oh my goodness, I dropped it. This is not a good thing. I think I'll have to get it if I can. All right, so email me, douglasbloch@gmail.com. Tell me you want to be on the mailing list, and I will forward your email on to Paid Our Shields, okay? And until we meet again, I wish you the best in your mental health recovery. See you next Sunday. Remember to watch my new video on Saturday the 20th called God is My Antidepressant. And remember, Rick, go to Alliance of Hope. I want you to write me and tell me how that was. Here it right is, douglasbloch@gmail.com. And Beth, we are praying for you. All of us are praying for you. Silent Unity is praying for you. This too shall pass. And the stimulus check should be coming sooner than later. A wise old fart? I can handle that. All right. Take care, everybody.